So this is our venture into WA. We crossed the border just after some floods across the Nullarbor earlier in the year. And our first stop was Cocklebiddy Roadhouse, which is pretty much just a car park with power. It was good. Had warm showers there. I think they were like $1 or something for 5 minutes, as well as, yeah, a couple of eagles that they'd rescued. But it was just a stop after crossing into WA. Harper got to see the birds, which she really, really enjoyed. And then we were off. So after that, we took off and came across the Nullarbor Nomad in a, what was it? Just a pullover. Yeah, roadside stop. Got to stretch our legs a little bit. Reba had a little run, went to the toilet, and then we're off again, but not before Kayla decided to slam her finger in the door, which was really, really good. Because, yeah, she was in quite a bit of pain for a while there. After that, we hit Norseman up. Wasn't really much of a look around there. On our way to Grass Patch, stopped at another little roadside stop that we really enjoyed. You can actually camp here as well. But we continued on to it's Dundas, that's right, Dundas town site. This is also a little campsite as well. Didn't get a lot of photos here, but it was quite interesting nonetheless. Have a bit of a walk around at how the little town was laid out, and see a few little bits and bobs around the place. Reading the signs, obviously you can get a bit more on the history of it, but there was a lot more there in terms of that. Then another little stop at Salmon Gums on our way down to Grass Patch. Little playground. Harper got a little play. Not much there. Little caravan park, but yeah. And then on to Grass Patch. We absolutely enjoyed our stay here. This tiny little community caravan park run by I forget the gentleman's name, but he was a larrikin. Definitely loved the chat. Lived on site. I don't know, what can you say? It's got everything here: power, water, 3 washing machines, on obviously gravel. But yeah, lots of good times there. Met some nice locals, which gave us yeah, quite an insight into the area, and places we could go and visit, as well as what you'll see in a minute is the local school that's no longer open, sort of shut down. And yeah, they gave us permission to venture in there, and let Harper run around on the playground, which we'll see in this next clip. So there's quite a history here, in terms of, I guess, the wheat belt. Not far from here, the is a place we ventured out to and explored a little bit more in detail. But in the area here specifically, you've got a little post office. The pub's no longer open, but the post office is, where you can get some basic supplies. Closer to this, or service station closest to this, or the major service stations are obviously Esperance or back up to Norseman. But yeah, so yeah, this is the little play area. We visited this quite a few days while we stayed here. I think we stayed here for about a week in the end, because I don't know, we just really enjoyed it. And like I said, the locals were great to have a chat to, have a quiet water with. Harper really loved the playground here, and we get to stretch your legs.
Good girl. Muscles.
so good looking back on
Careful.
these videos and seeing how small Harper was
It's
and
Harper,
how
Dad.
much he's grown.
It just floats in the air.
But yeah,
It must be the
very
wind.
lucky having this really
Harps,
close
watch
by.
this.
So
Oh no,
now we
that was
go and
shocking.
venture out to we call Small Wave Rock out at Mount Ridley. Obviously, the big one is at Hyson, which we didn't actually get to this time. We got close, but didn't venture to. For some reason, I couldn't find images of the campsite. This is actually at the base of this Mount Ridley. There is a campsite. Obviously, looking at the road here, you wouldn't get our van. Well, that's I shouldn't say you wouldn't. You could, but yeah, it's get our van in there, but I probably wouldn't. The road had been chewed out quite a bit by rain, and some of the images don't give how big these holes are justice because they are quite large in areas. And we didn't get all of the footage coming in, obviously cutting it for the video. We do obviously get a bit of an insight into the drive into Mount Ridley, which I touch on a little bit later in the video. It's about half an hour east of Grass Patch. Not Green Patch, Grass Patch. And now we start our walk to the Wave Rock.
I wonder how far up it is. We have grabbed that water.
Oh yeah, probably should have.
Yeah, we're probably a little bit under prepared. Wasn't exactly a huge
I'll
walk. We always carry
there's heaps of ants,
Harper's
I can't
water
stop.
with us, but Heather and I decided for some reason we didn't need our water. Silly. And as you'll hear soon, it was quite windy at the top of the summit. We love this walk up to Wave Rock because you can tell it wasn't really commercialized as such. It's nowhere near as big as the Wave Rock at Hyson. I think it's in Hyson, yeah. But it's just I don't know. It seemed a bit more untouched. There was no one else there when we were there. It was good.
At least we've got a sign over there. Yeah, look at that. It looks like the water's been rushing off of here. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go that way. This is bloody pretty cool though. This is cool.
Excuse the language.
Cool. This is where a smaller caravan would be better.
Yeah, so an off-road caravan, smaller off 15, 16 footer or camper trailer would be perfect to get in there. The site's big enough for a 20 odd foot caravan,
mate,
but
this is what I'm saying.
yeah, it's just definitely interesting getting into.
Oh, that looks so sick.
Fully. Yeah, it's pretty cool for us. The water where the water had been rushing down. Cool. And again, sorry about the wind.
It's just insane. It goes and goes and goes and goes.
It's pretty long. Yeah, it's really cool being up here. And then we sort of, from there, turned around, went back, and then started climbing up the summit. But yeah, here's some of the photos we got. So cool. Some of the footage you're able to capture both with phone, GoPro, also SLR. Just those memories that we can create and have for future reference, not only for us, but for when Harper gets older. You can probably hear it in the background. It's all part and parcel of a traveling family life living on the road, you know. Especially in the caravan, obviously. There's not a lot of space, so do what you got to do.
So what you're seeing here, guys, is Mount Ridley. So it's a wave rock, kind of in between Norseman, WA, and Esperance. Out from, I think it's called Green Patch, is it?
Grass patch.
There's a little community caravan park there that we're staying at the moment. $25 a night for power and water and free washing machine. Well, obviously if you've got a power and water site. But yeah, this is, I don't know, 35-minute drive back, I guess towards SA, but not that far. Yeah, but yeah, far out, the views are just insane.
So yeah, the video footage doesn't give it justice, and obviously the overcast day didn't either. But yeah, so peaceful up there, apart from the wind. But getting the views that we were getting was just, yeah, something to remember, that's for sure. Would recommend it. It's doesn't have the, I guess, it's not going to highest in the wave rock. It's just quiet. It's untouched, or seems untouched in comparison from photos we've seen of the big wave rock. We will get to that eventually. That way we can obviously compare the size. For a little trip, yeah, it's really good. And like I said, highly recommend Grass Patch.